So if you don't know, it's Prettyboyfredo, and he been receiving a lot of people saying that he scammed them. So I guess in this he supposed to be talking about, he ain't really scam him, man. He ain't go through that. Don't know what to speak. We just here for it's 30 minutes though. That's a long ass time, but fuck it.
On May 31st, only a couple of days away from my premiere date. Basically, him telling me how he can no longer edit the show and how I should seek to get professional help. In this video, I'm only gonna be sharing receipts and talking about why Ebola was not paid regarding the reality
Why this nigga calling this nigga Ebola too though? He got that shit from DDG. That's insane, bro.
game show house. Anything that had to do with the second channel, all the information is in the first video, so go watch the video, go check it out. I'm gonna do a little speed update so you guys can understand again how we got here. I hired Ebola to help me produce.
Why you calling the nigga Ebola though? Come on, bro.
Everything that me and Ebola had worked out were all.
You better not have the whole video calling this nigga Ebola. That's insane, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You could at least been professional calling that nigga real name Ebola at least, bro. I get the DDG had his shit calling nigga Ebola, but now you gonna let this nigga be on the internet name for Ebola. And the nigga had in the screenshot he had COVID. Like, goddamn, bro. Damn, bro. That nigga better talk. He gonna have to make his stand, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. As a nigga that got people have a hard time to express your name, bro. If you don't correct these niggas about your name, bro, you're gonna be known for that shit, bro. You better put your foot down and say, nah, nigga, my name is Ebola. Boy, you feel me? Like,
verbal agreement. And Ebola basically agreed that.
But you got a whole video now going out, nigga. The nigga calling your ass Ebola. How you gonna feel about that? Think about it.
Would help me produce the show. And
terrible. Even when he was on DDG, bro, I peeped that too. He still let this nigga call him Ebola when he was in the nigga Discord. To me, bro, I'm not gonna allow you to call me that online. I don't care. You're not about to call me that. Nigga, my name is Ebola. What are you talking about? Like, what? Put some pep in your talk. I don't care who you are. That's respect.
He would also help me edit the show. Ebola did not pay for anything regarding my show whatsoever. I paid for everything. $100,000 in expenses. Now, initially, me and Ebola did not agree to any specific financial compensation regarding the reality show and editing the reality show, because it was all like a new thing. You know, we had worked on YouTube videos in the past, and I would pay him like $500 to edit for a YouTube video, but a reality show just like something different, especially if he had a deeper involvement with the show, like, producing and things like that. So didn't really have a number in it. We did kind of throw up some ideas about like maybe giving him a percentage of the show or certain little things like that. But remember, that was all based on the idea and the verbal agreement that not only he would help produce and also edit my reality show completely. If you don't already know this, the things that me and him agreed upon were never fully completed. He did help me produce the show, but when it came to the editing, I never got one single episode. I never got any completed projects with him whatsoever. And in fact, basically quit on the project midway through because he just simply did not have the editing resources in order to fulfill something like a reality show. Reality show is something that's very complex. It's not as easy as a YouTube video. And I kind of explained these things to him in the beginning, that I did not feel like he had the professional sources to make my reality show come to life. And long story short, it just held to be true.
If you saying that, that makes sense. I'm saying. At the end of the day, I feel like there should be more than one editor for a reality TV show. You shouldn't just put that shit all on one person. It's always better to have two than one. Two editors doing the reality show means you can clip two different things and you can have better proficiency. When they can make movies, it's not just one editor. It could be one person to do that, but shit, I say two be better than one.
Show you guys all the text messages that I have with Ebola, but I want you guys to remember that I'm not really a huge texter to begin with. Most of the conversations that I had with Ebola was on the phone or on Discord calls. Film my reality show.
That nigga doing this shit to promote his fucking Twitch again. He trying to go back up.
Show like the end of April, like April 26th. Finished up with production like right before May. The goal for the reality show was to
alright, bro, I'm running late for work. I'll catch you later. Alright, bro, have a good day at work, man.
Ebola and his team
get to the bag.
completely ready by 1st. So we're gonna start with the first text message being in May, okay? May 1st. Text messages in early May, as I'm gonna show you here, these are about the little projects that I'm working on for like YouTube videos, or it's me sending him certain things for the reality show. I'm not
She already want me to call?
the reality show and the editing of the reality show.
You had to come back to this, y'all.
Because it's the beginning. Like when you're editing something of that that stature, when it's really big and there's a lot of editing, I don't expect them to have a full project within a day. Around the middle of May, this is when things started to get a little iffy for me, okay? Started to get to a certain point where I wasn't seeing any progress whatsoever. On Thursday, May 12th, I'm pretty sure that at this point, I was spamming his phone, I was calling him, and I was trying to get some sort of update. Basically told me that he's at the gym, he's sinking the dog scenes, and I respond with, get on your shit, Itolo. At this point, around May 12th, it's now been 2 weeks since he started the editing of the reality show. I have not seen one cut of one episode. I haven't seen a trailer. I haven't seen anything, nothing. It's been 2 weeks, and I haven't seen any progress, any work. Get me a little bit anxious, you know. The timeline date for the reality show was in June. We're already halfway through the months and I'm not seeing anything. We ended up at some point that night hopping on a call. He gave me an update. Ebola basically tells me that him and his editing team are having so many issues that they haven't even really started the project. They're still trying to figure out ways to sync clips, to do this, do that. Now, this was the big first red flag for me, okay? If he really felt like he couldn't complete the project and he didn't have the necessary resources to do it, I think like now would be the time to tell me. Shouldn't just keep dragging on and on and on, getting closer and closer and closer, because the longer you're making me wait for an episode, the longer you're making me wait to try to pivot and find a different editing team, you're only putting me in a bad position at this point. Moving from May 12th to May 16th is when I get the next update regarding the reality show. This big update I get on my phone is Monday, May 16th. It says, hey, everything is going well. He has started editing, okay? So the entire time in the beginning, there was no editing even being done because the editors were having problems syncing files, syncing clips, syncing audios, doing all these things to even make editing, you know, like easy for the editor. If you're reading from my message here, May 16, he didn't even start fully editing the project, the first episode, until May 16th. I'm now over 2 weeks. The reality show has been filmed and editing hasn't officially started until May 16th. At this point, May 16th, moving forward, I'm thinking, okay, they done figured out all their little issues, all their little problems that they have. Now they can just work on the reality show, just edit whatever this guy needs. I'm gonna be able to send it to him. I'm sending him different things like, you know, confessionals, because I'm working on the extra little things that I had to work on in between while the show is being done, like making sure they get the confessionals, making sure I get thumbnails done, all of that stuff like that. Also, I'm already in the idea of my next reality show. So while they're editing that, I'm already jumping the gun on how am I gonna do my next reality show. I was thinking about doing a love show. If y'all would love to see that, let me know, because I'll work on that next. But for now, May 20th, I haven't seen anything yet. I'm only getting like these little tiny updates on what's going on with the show, and that's it. May 23rd comes, and he says, basically on May 23rd, the editor is explaining how, you know, at this point, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of resources to make a reality show come to life. One editor cannot complete that job. And this is something that I knew from the start. What I know from Itolo's editing team, he only had one editor working on the project. The one editor that he had working on the project was in a whole different country. I think the guy could barely even speak English. It was bad. Okay, and I know what you guys are thinking, like, Fredo, why didn't you just go?
Why did Itolo have more than one editor? That don't make no sense, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's hey.
Someone else, and the question is simple. I did reach out to different companies and I did reach out and try to find someone to edit my reality.
Now, if you know it like this, how you gonna fire back to that? Now, that's some good screenshots he got on him. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, business standpoint, honestly, I wouldn't even went with that nigga. I would bought my own editors. I would have got 2 editors to do that shit. Like, why don't you have an editing team, Fredo? Boy, you been in this game for mad fucking long. I ain't gonna lie. That shit kind of crazy, cause how long this nigga Fredo been in business? You should have your whole editing team already. You should have people to do that. Why do you have Itolo having the editing team? That don't even make sense, my nigga. I'm not gonna lie, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. That got me off. Like, he told us he already been editing videos, but now you're gonna do a reality TV show. You still gonna have them niggas to edit one video, and you think he gonna have an editing team? It's your job. You gotta put that shit on you. Don't put that on nobody else. That's totally on you. That's you and your bad business. Cause you ain't even gotta think, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That come to you. If the communication was bad, ain't like how you like it, you still stayed in there. At that point, you should have just left. I'm not gonna lie, especially if it's for a reality TV show. You know the intent. You saying you know it, but you ain't doing nothing about it. So I see what you saying, Itolo. And if you ain't put up to the end of the bargain, you gotta finish your bargain first, then you can get paid. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's how it is. Basically, that's why it's a contract. But then he did say something about contracts and shit too at the same time, so I don't know.
I want this to be in Ebola's hands whatsoever. I got in a situation where the people that I wanted were not available. They were busy, stacked up with different projects. Ebola helped me film and produce the reality show. So he actually lived and breathed and saw everything that had to go on with the show. So if it's...
And then at the end of the day, honestly, both y'all niggas dumb. Both of y'all wrong. At the end of the day, let's say this. Both of y'all wrong. I'll be the one to say it. Because first of all, I'm gonna say your name right. If he totally couldn't even man up to say that, well, I can't do this on my own, but we need to hire some more producers, then that means he wasn't even in there for the business at the main point. Because if he was there filming everything, bro, there should have been some passion in there. And that's probably why you faking videos ain't the right way, my nigga. Unless you're actually doing this like it's a movie. Because the nigga that really got some passion for that shit, you there filming everything, my nigga. I would tell you straight up, bro, most definitely gonna have to hire some more editors, and either you pay me some more money so I can find the right editor for us to find the right editing team for us to hire, or I ain't doing this all on my own. I'll tell you that off the rip. So it's like, it shows the commitment off the jump, off rip. The connection wasn't there. The connection was never there for the business. So both of y'all bad businessmen. If we gonna be honest, I'm just keeping the buck. Both of y'all bad businessmen.
Somebody that I would want to edit the show would be someone that was actually there. Ebola was actually there, but the problem with Ebola is that he just simply did not have the professional resources in order to make it come to life. It was bad, and I was so deep and I was so far in that there wasn't no turning back at this point.
No, it was a turn back.
Started editing the show May 16. I'm just praying and hoping for the best at this point. May 24th, this is the message that I get from Ebola. Saw the video, not worth watching. Needs a lot of revisions. I won't bore you with it. Going to have to talk with him. He needs to work on weekends to pull this off. I just simply respond, Jesus. Get it together, Itolo. It is now May 24th. I'm praying and hoping to have this released by June. At this point, I know June is not possible. I'm thinking, July maybe, fucking August, nigga, something, nigga. Like, at this point, I know June is not gonna happen. It's like May 24th. And I'm trying to think of when did I actually get the chance to finally see something? Like, I don't know if it's coming up here soon, but like, when I finally did get to see your project, bro, it was fucking horrible. I get a text message from Ebola saying, found an editor who can do better, check. He's worked on many reality shows. And I just, at this point, like, I'm just fed up, bro. It's May 24th. I haven't seen shit. I'm like, bro, I'm not even gonna watch it, bro. At this point, like, I'm fucking pissed. I've been, like, through the ring around, through the run around for, like, weeks now. And he literally could have just told me way back when, like, hey, I can't do this shit. I tell Ebola, just get it done. You wasted weeks just to say that you need someone else to edit. Like, he responds with he's able to work on weekends and says he can do the episodes in 4 to 5 days. He has Final Cut Pro and can most likely receive the XML files. I basically respond, this basically tells me that you didn't believe in your own guy the entire time. I don't know, to me, it just told me that he didn't believe in his guy. He doesn't think his guy needs to get it done, or he wants to add more editors to the project. So he says no, and I said yes, because how the fuck did you find this guy? He says, believed in him, that's why I was disappointed. So he's basically saying that he believed in his editor, but he's disappointed because his editor has failed the job. It's a bad reflection on Ebola as well. He has someone.
No, but I say, I told you both y'all did bad.
Ebola is not the editor. Ebola is just someone that finds people to edit for him, okay? Ebola runs a production company. Actually, I didn't make that clear, but Ebola is not the editor. He says, found a guy a couple hours ago and talked with him. I've been up talking with him to see if he can do this. Now he's talking about logos for the show. Tell me if you like anything. I'm telling him, bro, just give me a fucking call, dog. Like, what am I looking at, bro? You're sending me editors while your editors should be editing my reality show. You're disappointed in this nigga. You don't believe in this nigga. I damn sure don't believe in this nigga. I don't believe in anything that Ebola has to say at this point, because for weeks now, I've just been in the run around. I've been
I'm not gonna lie.
just waiting for something. I haven't.
I'm not gonna lie.
Anything.
Can't even get mad. Honestly, you can't even get mad, bro. So what about everybody else then?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should be upset. I don't know if I should just start looking for somebody else at this point. Maybe I should have. Maybe it is my fault that I didn't go seek for help sooner. But at the same time, Ebola kept promising me certain things, telling me that he would get the show done.
Yeah, bro, that's bad business. We get that. How he scammed you?
This is where shit just really starts to crumble. This is when I realize, like, I know it's like the end of May, but this is when it's more of a reality that I am absolutely fucked, okay? Remember around, like, the last, 5 days of May, I'm blowing up this nigga Ebola's phone. I'm blowing up this nigga's phone, bro, because it's crunch time, dog. Remember calling his phone every single day, and I'm getting nothing. I'm getting no answer. I'm not getting no nothing. All I would get was just simple text messages back like, hey, I can't pick up the call currently, blah, 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 such and such, blah, blah, blah. Like you can see here on May 25th. At this point, I'm fed the fuck up. It's just very clear that ain't shit getting done. Like, at a certain point, you just gotta accept ain't nothing getting done. On May 29th, June is coming like a motherfucker. I still haven't seen shit. I literally text this bro. I literally text dude, I need to see the show. I need to see something, nigga. Ebola texts me and says, not having a meeting tonight. We'll have it tomorrow. Video will be a minimum of 35 minutes. The video doesn't need to be that long, doesn't need to be more than 35 minutes. And why the fuck are you not having a meeting today when we're 4 days away from June 3rd? We need the first episode done and the trailer done way before June 3rd. It is May 29th. I don't know why I still have any hopes in Ebola. Why the fuck that I believe anything with this dude, he would get on the phone, like, cause Ebola is really good at talking. If anything that nigga know how to do, that nigga know how to talk his ass off. He was constantly convincing me like, yo, man, we're gonna get the show done. The first episode looks beautiful. I got this editor, I got that editor, no worries. We're gonna get the show done. Bro, It's May 29th. I'm not gonna have that meeting that night. I think that we were supposed to have the meeting on May 29th. Now that I think about it, and he was supposed to show me everything that night. He literally sent me the message saying we're not gonna have the meeting that night. The video is gonna be no more than shit that to this nigga, and he tells me video's already good, just need to finish the K9, cut it down, the night events down more. This episode 1, this will be fire. Okay, I was supposed to see it that day, I never got to see it. Now we're just
Hey, shit, bro, go look some posts and this shit. You gonna help me find a better editor. Help me really figure out what editors is.
all right. We are now.
Honestly, I feel like they're still on him. Because at the end of the day, bro, I'll find my own editors. I'll build my own team. I don't want to find. Why would I want to reach out to somebody that's finding editors for me and building a team for editors? When in reality, I could do that for myself. And you've been in this game for so long, so you gotta think about that. That's all I can say.
May fucking 30th, bro. Monday, May 30th. Oh my fucking god. I
What?
cannot make this shit up. This shit is not photoshopped, okay? This is not photoshopped. This is the actual text message that this motherfucker sent me, bro. I can't make this up, bro. I wish I could. This
How? How the fuck that even happened, bro? I ain't gonna lie to you.
sends me a picture of a fried computer. The day that I'm supposed to see my reality show for the very first time after weeks of going through the ringer with this dude, this nigga literally sends me a picture of a fried fucking computer. Saying, going to get my laptop fixed, LOL, we'll call you when he's awake and ready. I just respond, Jesus, nigga. Bro.
I ain't gonna lie, at that point, I'm being tight too. Alright. Shit.
At this point, nigga, it's May 30th. The only person that can help this situation is Jesus. That was earlier in the day. I'm calling Ebola all day long. I'm getting no response. The nigga not answering at all. I have no idea what's going on. I'm supposed to see the show today. I still haven't seen the fucking show. It is now 7:38 p.m. at night. I text him, "Are you ready?" He responds with, "A lot of things has happened today. I'll send the video to you in a bit. You'll like it, but there's a few things that have to change. I'll explain once I'm free, but the video will be sent in a few hours at most." This is May 30th at 7:38 p.m. Long story short, May 30th, I am waiting, and I am getting nothing. Ebola hasn't sent shit. 29th, May 30th was one of the last days that I was just like, bro, I gotta see something and I have to see something now. And it constantly was excuses. May 30th, I was calling them all day. The nigga sent.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, he could've just sent something.
It's over. It's looking like it's over. $70,000 wrapped up into content with this guy. This dude has literally put me on a fucking roller coaster with this shit. At this point, I literally just given up. I've given up on Ebola, all right? Yes, do I want to see the project that he's been working on and praying? None whatsoever. May 31st. This is the infamous day that bro could just admit to me that he just simply couldn't do it just so I can move the fuck on, take the L, and just go outsource for another editor. I was waiting for this date, and May 31st, I finally get the text that confirms everything that I thought since the beginning, but here we are, 30 fucking days later, actually more than 30 days, probably like 40 days later, and finally, this is the message from Ebola. Christian went to the hospital today and has COVID, all right? If you don't know who Christian is, again, that is Ebola's editor. Was coughing a little, but we didn't think it was serious at all. Another editor is getting the XML file and sending the video to you. Currently, I don't think we should upload the first episode on June 3rd. I I think the best thing is to hire an actual team that specializes in this. I already know one episode takes 1 week minimum to do, and even with these other editors, we risk getting behind. But bro, I'm telling you, this show won't be like season 3 of Keen and JC. I've had a couple color graders work on a trial, and the best it will look is normal in quality. We need to get better cameras, get better lighting when filming. With how it is, it will be similar to season 2. Sound is low-key messed up. We 100% need to hire a sound guy next time. It's not terrible, but once in a while, it's not working right. We kind of fixed it, but it still has issue. Let's make sure the videographers sync the videos before we start editing. We have the first episode basically edited, but Christian has tried but can't even edit more, quotes, because of COVID. And I don't want to put all my trust on editors who I don't fully know. Not a good idea. I'm honestly exhausted staying up till 5 a.m. every day for 3 months talking with dozens of people for one episode. This is a bit too much for me. I sent a voice message to you, but I guess these delete for real on here. I'm mentally exhausted. The trailer is being worked on and should be sent today. Please watch Christian's video and tell me what you think. It should be by the time you wake up or a bit later. But bro, let's get professionals to handle this. By the way, my computer stopped working, so I spent 6 hours trying to fix it. It didn't work. There's a lot of behind the scenes that I'm doing, trying my best, but we have to figure out a better way of doing this. I'm seeing people dish you on YouTube and they don't realize Fredo is back. They don't realize you will come with a banger. The issue is since Christian won't be editing much after this, these other editors can't create the banger feeling. I would rather be late and make a better video than post something mid. Also, I'm noticing every single editor, including the Americans ones, without supervision of the highest, easily mess up on everything. They don't have our brains. When talking with Christian for 3 hours at a time, I noticed that when saying something he won't completely understand. Mind you, the nigga editor barely speaks English, okay? I'm giving all this advice because I don't know if I can mentally keep going like this. I love the show too much, but my mind and body needs rest. This is all I think about, and it's just not healthy. I hope the next conversation we have isn't mocking or screaming because I will just hang up. The next time we talk should be about finding solution to these problems, making the best video possible. Hope you read everything carefully. Understand that's going on what I said. A lot has happened today. Itolo sends this message May 31st at 1:45 a.m. I was supposed to get the long through all this shit. All you had to do back in May 16th to just say, bro, I can't do this shit.
Alright, so I ain't gonna lie. Let's see what people said. Comments are turned off. Damn.
Do it. There was no gun put to his head. There was nothing forcing him to do shit. If he simply could not do it, just say.
So what's the problem then?
He can't not do it, but he tried for so long that the nigga damn near drove himself crazy for 30-something days, and nigga damn near drove me crazy because I knew he couldn't do it. I simply respond when I wake up. I wasn't even mad at this point. I wasn't even upset. I knew the nigga couldn't do this shit. It's been 40 fucking days since we started this project. I can't even be mad at him. I can't even be mad at nobody but myself, okay? At this point, I knew I should have just. Ebola does not have that. Ebola does not edit. He just hires random motherfuckers across the country and pray that they can understand and complete these projects when in reality, they can't handle big professional workloads. And that's just the bottom line of the truth. Have I gotten good edits from Ebola? Yes. On just simple, basic YouTube projects, I've gotten some good YouTube videos. But professional workload, no. Hell no. At this point, I knew that I can't blame, I can't even just fully blame him. This shit done went on for way too long. I'm not getting the show out in June, my nigga. This shit just simply couldn't do it. I had to go find different editors, all right? When you find different editors, as you can see, my nigga, not everybody's gonna be able to understand this shit. Not even the big companies. They're not even gonna be able to understand it. It took me 3 tries to find the perfect team. I did not find the perfect team until August, bro. And then I did not get my show out into November, okay? That's months. That's months. June, July, August, September, October, November. 6 months of my fucking life, bro. I was dealing with this crisis of finding a different editing team, spending money. I'm talking bread, bro. You got to remember when you're dealing with these high-level companies, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Nigga, this is a lot of money, okay? I would hire a new editing team, bro. $20,000, they would start the project. Them niggas sucked. I had to go to somebody else. That's a month wasted. Try someone else. That nigga wastes a month of my time. I finally found the correct person in August. $30,000 $1,000, pay these people, they edit the show. I get it. I don't, but I don't at this point. I don't get it out until November, bro. I was already $70,000 of production already in the hole. Okay, now you put me in a position where I gotta go spend even more money on a whole different editing. That terrible investment. It got to a certain point where I was done investing into the show. I was completely done. I was done spending money on that situation anymore. I hit my limit, nigga. $100,000 on a reality show, nigga. I'm done. Now I go spend $30,000 on a whole different editing company that I had to pay. And now Ebola is asking me for payment, all right? He's not asking me for payment for the editing, but now he's asking me for payment for the production side of the show. Part of me wanted to pay this nigga really bad, but I just did not know what that number is. Me and Ebola, we would talk and I would try to figure some things out. And I felt bad because, yes, he helped me produce the show, all right? He was a huge help, and I'm thankful for that. Just simply didn't have any more funds to invest in this show. I just didn't, nigga. I was done. Me and Ebola, we had some conversations, and he came up with some numbers based upon, like, what professional TV producers get paid. So I guess professional TV, he sent me some shit about professional TV producers get paid like $6,000 a month or some shit like that. All right, Ebola is not no professional helper, okay, number one. If we keeping it real about the producing, everything that I did in my reality show was nothing that I hadn't already done before. Way even before I met Ebola, bro. Like, K9 chasing dogs, I been did that. Beer pong with girls, stuff that I been did. It was only a few things I hadn't done before that we got ideas that were inspired off of like YouTube videos. This wasn't some MTV producer that came up with these amazing ideas on their own. Like, that's not the case, all right? And if you go watch my show, you'll see a lot of the things that I did in the show I had previously done before, or I came up with a lot of that stuff because it was my show, all right? Talk to him on the phone and I would try to figure out some way like, damn, that I do want to pay this dude, but do I think this nigga was worth this big amount? Fuck no. Hell no. Ebola is not worth that shit. No, not at all. Especially after putting me in this situation. Fuck no. So I would talk to him and I would try to figure it out. Some way, somehow we got to like a certain number to pay this dude. Because not only did I owe him for the production of the show, but I also owed him for some funds from the second channel. Because of that, I did send him some small payments. I do remember sending him some small payment. At the same time, I didn't quite feel comfortable with that number. Like, although we talked about some stuff and we kind of figured out a number, I still didn't feel okay with it because I was still dealing with the show. I was still dealing with, the other editors and getting the show out. Like, I didn't even have the show out. Like, the nigga was asking for compensation for production of the show and the show wasn't even out. He was asking for compensation in like fucking August. September, October. I didn't even release the show until November, which means I probably didn't even get paid for the show until like January. Because I was releasing the show one episode at a time, one week at a time. The way YouTube works is like, if you put out a video this month, you're not getting paid this month. You're not getting paid until like in the future, bro. So Ebola would be asking me for payment like way before I even received compensation for the show. I was in a really shitty situation where I had to outsource and I spent so much fucking money. Like, I did not want to spend any more money. I just wanted to get some shit in return from the show. Then I could start paying them. By the time the show actually came out in November, me and Ebola wasn't speaking at all. We wasn't on speaking terms at all. All right, regarding the show, regarding the second channel, anything. We just lost complete communication, okay? The nigga was never blocked on my phone at all. I never had Ebola blocked, nothing, okay? We just completely just fell out on communication. I remember trying to being released. $100,000 into a show that can't even crack 200,000 views, all right? At the end of the day, I took an L, all right? I took the biggest L because I invested a shitload of money into a project that just absolutely didn't blast off. And point blank period, man, I just chalk it up as a lesson learned. Moving forward, nigga, I'm moving on, bro. I ain't doing no opportunities with niggas. I ain't doing no charities, events, nothing, nigga. I'm sticking to myself, my family, and that's it.
Mm. Mm. Hold on. I'm about to do that. Alright, so let me just speak my 2 cents on what he had to say real quick. I know this is a long ass video because this nigga Fredo. I try to make it quick for y'all though. But pause it. It's not pausing. It's not pausing. It's not pausing. It's not pausing. Alright, so basically, like, I'm gonna be real with you. He got a good argument, bro. Ebola, my fault. Ebola, you gotta send some better receipt because based on what he said, nigga, you ain't fulfilled to your duty. And I'm not gonna lie, in the business standpoint, bro, you taking that long, your communication not there, it's over. But honestly, on Fredo, if you that's your show, you supervise now, you always gotta have a backup plan. So at the end of the day, this is what I say. Y'all both wrong. Y'all both did bad business. Y'all both need to improve. Simple as that. Should you be paid? I mean, I ain't even watched the fucking show, so I don't even know, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. You taking that long, you took 30 days and this or says you can't do it, bro. You should. If you even use your edits, the only thing you should be paying just be for the producer. But like either day, if you look at the numbers, results of the show, and we put that into the compensation, see exactly was your role really like that, and was you really up to that level? If you wasn't up to that level, you don't get paid on that level. Especially if you already wasn't communicating with them on that level. You already basically undervalue yourself off rip. You're bad at going out to find editors for professional level. You're not on that time limit, so it's like I don't know. You still should get paid. The amount of money you sell, I ain't gonna cap it. I'm in that position. I spent about 100 racks on a show that didn't perform well and didn't get great editing. Do I want to spend you 10,000? Either you know what I'm saying. I probably would want to, but would I do it? Probably not, just because just based on your delays, bro. I'll probably pay you 5 bands, 5 bands. The other 5K, nigga, that shit debt to me. No cap of making shows. Like unless you make a better show, we put that shit on the make behind the scenes or some shit. That boom, then you get the paid. But until that, bro, I don't know. But you ain't even finish it, so I don't know, bro. That's my 2 cents on it, bro. Like, comment, subscribe when we out. I got this call to do with this one-on-one to help Facebook. So let me just do that real quick and I'll be out. Ooh, 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 ooh.